What's good, y'all, man? Welcome back to the channel, Reese the Sideliner, man. I'm not gonna lie, I've started this video 3 different times now because I just cannot formulate the words. Oh, man. If you have been around this channel for a while, then you know how much of a fan I am of Damian Lillard. Last night, man, when we knew it. I knew it when we seen it, man. Last night, Dame unfortunately went down with a torn Achilles, man, and now he is out for the remainder of the playoffs, obviously, and he will miss the beginning of next year for sure. Maybe, because he came back in 3 weeks from the blood clot in his calf. This is just, it's unbelievable, man. It's just the fact that, like, he's 34, 35 years old. We seen how it did Kobe in his last few years of his career, man. Like, didn't Kyrie just tear his Achilles? Or was it his ACL? I can't even remember. But just, I can't even formulate the words, man. Damian Lillard, for his career, averages 25 points per game, 4.3 rebounds, 6.7 assists per game. He's one Rookie of the Year, top 5 ever in three-pointers made, 60 games of 40-plus points, 15 games of 50-plus points. We know he's had 60-pointers. We know about his 71-point game that he had a couple years back. 2 seasons averaging over 30 points per game. Third most 60-point games ever in NBA history. Blazers franchise leader in points, obviously. A 9-time All-Star, 7-time All-NBA. Man. It sucks. It really does suck, man. And the fact that he literally a year ago from yesterday, April 27th, 2024, he had to leave the game against the Pacers with a strained Achilles. A year ago today. Like, that doesn't even make sense. Exactly to the day, the very same team. I really don't have the words, man. Like, the Bucks brought him in to, try to extend the window of Giannis and their championship. Obviously, missing Giannis and Dame now for back-to-back playoffs in back-to-back seasons. It just never really formulated and got to where it needed to be. Obviously, they started off very well last year. What was it, 30-13 or something like that before they fired Adrian Griffin and brought in Doc Rivers. The back end of the season, they went barely over 500 or something like that. They did get in the 5 was it the 5 seed or 6, something like that, 6 seed, 4 seed, 6 or 5 seed last year. Ended up getting the Pacers again. I want to say that was 4-1, got them up out of there. Chris Middleton was around for that, did a lot of heavy lifting in that series because Dame was injured. Obviously, no Giannis and Antetokounmpo. It just, now the Bucks' future is honestly in question. Obviously, Damian Lillard's injury is far more important than what the Bucks' future is even looking like. I'm not even going to touch on that right now because, like I said, it's my boy, man. I'm mad, bro. I have the shot. I have the shot framed on my wall, man. Like, this is my boy, bro. Like, if you know me, you know, bro. Dame is my guy, bro. So, this one really stings. But now we can get into a little bit of playoff basketball. I mean, before that, we saw Dame come back in game 2. Not impressive whatsoever. I think he put up 7 points, and then he put up 14 in game 3. But then, obviously, going down in the first quarter last night, having put up 0 points in just 7 minutes. He put up 14 in game 2 and 7 in game 3. So, just not the same Damian Lillard that we were accustomed to seeing in the first place. Obviously, we knew he was going to have a slow start with that, coming off that vein thrombosis injury. But I didn't think he should have came back. I'm just keeping it. I did not think he should have come back. At least until game 3. That's just one game, and we can't predict that he was going to tear his Achilles. it's just that's a scary injury. Like Victor Wembanyama got shut down for the season. Chris Bosh had to retire because of that same injury. And the fact that he came back after 3 weeks, I was kind of suspect of that. I was kind of like, that doesn't sound right. That doesn't seem right. But, I mean, he was cleared. He was able to run. Like, he wasn't, in pain from what I could see from him performing. He just was not the same Damian Lillard whatsoever, especially in the playoffs. We know how Dame could get in the playoffs. So, it's just, disheartening. But like I said, we can get into the playoffs now. Obviously, it's been a while since I've been on camera. So, my boys handled business like they were supposed to. 4-0. That last 2 games got kind of spooky, down 29 in that second or third quarter, I want to say. Right before John Morant went out, it was 67 to 40. They put up another bucket on the board, 29-point deficit. We come back, storm back, and take that game by a double-digit deficit, by a double-digit win, I think. If my memory serves me. No, that was a closer game as well. But in this last game, we were up 12 in the fourth quarter with like 5 or so minutes, and they just came storming back. Like, they had that pride. They didn't want to lose that way, go out like that, especially with their boy John Morant being out. I mean, but a sweep is a sweep, 117 to 115. Shea obviously did not have his best offensive series, but we had flashes from J-Dub. Case and Wallace giving us some big-time plays. The defense from Alex Caruso is always going to be top tier. Chet Holmgren and Isaiah Hartenstein, I don't know why his name just slipped my mind, just being bullies and just dominating the paint, not like on no like Joel Embiid or Jokic type of energy, but it's in their own realm of who they are, especially Isaiah Hartenstein with the offensive rebounds and that left hand push floater is just money damn near every time. Every time he shoots it, I think it's gonna go in. But obviously we can get past that series that happened. Is out the way. We waiting on the winners of the Clippers and the Nuggets, and I got my money on the Clippers, man. I got my money on the Clippers. I'd rather play the Nuggets, but it looks like the Clippers have the momentum right now. Even with Aaron Gordon hitting that, but like they need stuff like that to win their games. They got blown out in Game 3. Clippers handled business. They won Game 2 as well, Game 1 as well. In overtime, Denver, It's just been a back and forth series, but at the end of the day, I believe the Clippers have given Denver too much room to get comfortable offensively at times, especially with Jokic having that ball in his hand so much. It's hard to really try to get him off his game. So with the Nuggets not being able to have consistent offense from anybody outside of Jokic or even a Jamal Murray, I do feel the Clippers have the formula defensively, obviously with Zubac on Jokic. They even had Kawhi on Jokic last game in the fourth quarter, and that worked out really nice because he kept having to get that ball out of his hands, and other guys had to make something happen. Once Jokic got that ball up out of his hands, Zubac was able to roam and kind of guard Christian Brown for a little bit of that game. So I like that switch up that Ty Lue ended up doing because Kawhi Leonard is not the strongest, obviously, body to guard a guy like Jokic, but his IQ and his hands and his length, that's just a guy that Jokic doesn't really want to doesn't want to put the ball on the ground with. We know how Kawhi is, so maybe we see something. That game should have really went to overtime. Aaron Gordon got that ball off right in the nick of time. That game should have went to overtime, and I felt like the Clippers would have won that because if I'm not, they had to come back for that and really make this a game. So I really like what I'm saying from the Clippers. They should be up 3-1. This could have even been could really even be a sweep, considering the fact that Game 1 had to go into overtime, and the Nuggets, although Norman Powell hit that 3 at the end to make it a 2-point game, the Nuggets won by essentially would have won by 5. I really like the Clippers' chances of advancing in this series. They play again tomorrow night at 10. They always get the late games. Tonight we got the Cavs versus the Heat, and then the Warriors versus the Rockets. The Knicks, my goodness, oh my goodness, the Knicks. Jalen Brunson, I've never seen an award literally makes so much sense for somebody, bro. Jalen Brunson is the clutchest player in the NBA by far, bro. Like, by far. I thought it was Luka Doncic at one point. I thought it was De'Aaron Fox at one point. Hell, DeMar DeRozan even had a stretch where he looked like Michael Jordan and could not miss once that ball came down to the fourth quarter. Shots on the line, game on the line. DeMar DeRozan was the marvelous. You know what I'm saying? Jalen Brunson is completely zoned in and locked in. I get it. It can look a little nasty at times with the foul baiting, so to speak, or the body, like, just flopping his body around, or just the heliocentric type of basketball that he can play. But let me tell you something. There's not one player in the NBA that I trust with the ball in their hands in the fourth quarter more than I do Jalen Brunson. And I have Shai Gilgeous-Alexander on my team. This dude is different. I've never seen somebody so clutch in my life. He's hit so many clutch baskets just in this one series, bro. And I haven't even been able to lock into their series because they always get the early game and I'm always off working or doing something. When I do get to watch these games back, though, I am amazed at how ridiculous Jalen Brunson is, especially come fourth quarter, man. The Knicks were down 10 when he got in the game, with about 10 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Time and time and time and time again, just coming out, having his way and doing whatever, getting to his spots, hitting shot after shot, whether it's a mid-range, whether it's a three on the lean off a contest, whether he's getting bumped and having to hit a floater. Like, Jalen Brunson is ridiculous for a guy his size to be able to play the way that he does. So strong, so confident, so sturdy, just consistent. I have to give my props to the Knicks and be able to make that comeback the way that they did, because the Pistons really looked like they was going to run away with this game, especially once Jalen Brunson did go down. I think it was like from a minute and 40 seconds left in that second quarter up till that point when Jalen Brunson came in. No, at the start of the fourth quarter, excuse me. The Knicks had been outscored 39-16. Jalen Brunson went down, I can't even remember. Sometime in that third quarter, I want to say. Either way, the Pistons really like they was coming alive. You had Malik Beasley hitting shots. Tim Hardaway Jr., obviously, we know he can come alive and really give you a game. I want to say he had a 40-piece alongside Kyrie Irving for the Mavericks last year, if I'm not mistaken. Cade Cunningham, that dude's ridiculous too. I didn't even get to talk about Cade Cunningham. The way that he's just so ready. He's so ready. Like, Cade Cunningham is there, bro. Cade Cunningham is there, man. Jalen Brunson, I'm looking at the stats right now. He had 11 assists. He ended up with 32 points, 15 of them in the fourth quarter. He had 11 assists. Towns was huge in this game, too. Hitting some big shots. I mean, that one on the baseline over, I think, Jalen Duren. Fadeaway, going out of bounds. Cash. Towns has been really, really clutch for the Knicks in this series, man. Josh Hart, defensively, 4 steals. Huge. OG Anunoby, he didn't have the best offensive game, just 8 points, but defensively, 3 steals. Big time. 14 and 10 also for Josh Hart. 5 assists. Like, this team is not, they don't have a bench. They don't have a bench. And I will get to this team later, but it's also like the Lakers. Like, the Lakers had to play 24 minutes for their starters in the second half against the Wolves. Like, it was NBA 2K. Now, it was working for a while. They also had a 10-point lead. It's something about them 10-point leads in the fourth quarter in this playoffs this year that you cannot mess around with, bro. And like I said, we'll get to that later. That game was also crazy. Jalen Brunson versus Cade Cunningham has been amazing all playoffs long. Cade ended up with a 25, 10 and 10 triple-double. They actually do have a bench. They had the runner-up and sixth man of the year, Malik Beasley. He gave you 13 points. Like I said, late in that stretch of the game, he gave you some really big shots. Hit 3 of his 9 threes, but really big shots. Same for Tim Hardaway. He took 13 of his 16 shots from deep, only hitting 4, but really big shots when they needed them. Jalen Duren is a monster on the glass, man. 17 total rebounds for the game. He ended up with 6 offensively, just killing the Knicks on the glass, leading the game by far in that regard. Cade did end up with 7 Turnhams. Wow. Cade did end up with 7 turnovers for the game, but still a young guy he has the ball in his hands so much, and then you got a guy like OG Anunoby hounding you all game. It's just, it's happening. I want to say if he didn't lead the league, he was definitely top 5 in turnovers this year. So that's not a surprise. Tobias Harris got in foul trouble early in this game. Had a really tough time, staying on the court the past couple games. I want to say even last game he had 4 fouls, maybe in the third or fourth quarter, or in the third quarter had to go down. But he was supposed to be the guy that took them over, not over the top, but gave them just a little bit of extra firepower offensively when it comes to a time like the playoffs. Obviously, he's not known as a guy like that, but a veteran on his team that has been there and can. We know Tobias Harris is capable of doing so. He gave them 18 points, 8 rebounds. He's been really impressive on the glass. It's just the foul trouble, man, he's really gotten into over the past couple of games. It's really, really, really affected the Pistons' chances of having, some offensive consistency out there alongside of Cade Cunningham, because it's been a struggle for the shooters, man. Dennis Schroeder did not have the best game last night. Just 4 shot attempts for him, 6 points. And the Knicks go up 3-1 in the series, win the game by 1 point. Crazy last possession. I want to say, I don't even remember how the ball got into the corner into, was it Malik Beasley or Tim Hardaway Jr.? He had to do a crazy, double clutch shot, came from, down below his waist damn near, and, airballed. It was crazy last possession, man. But the Knicks and Pistons series has been amazing, although it is 3-1. Great, solid basketball. The Pistons are an amazing team, coached very, very well by J.B. Bickerstaff up there. Could potentially win Coach of the Year. I would love to see that happen for him. So, just we've been seeing some great basketball, man. The Pacers go up 3-1 on the Bucks, obviously with Dame going down with his injury. Giannis can't do it alone, bro. Giannis cannot do it alone, and the Pacers have just had the Bucks numbers over the past couple of years, man. It's just they're built to beat, not like the team was constructed to beat the Bucks, so to speak. At least I don't think. It's just been great drafting, great signings, free agency, traded obviously for an NBA champion, all NBA caliber player, and Pascal Siakam. So the Pacers has just been doing it the right way, man, and get the guy in there, Tyrese Halliburton, 3-4 years back, and it's just been uphill from there for them. Obviously not have gotten over that hump yet and made it to the NBA Finals, but damn, they was just in the conference finals last year, so it's looking really, really good for them. I'm not sure who they would end up playing. They're a 4 seed. I think they would end up playing the Celtics. Maybe the Cavs. They would end up playing the Cavs. And speaking of Celtics, man, 107-98, they did drop one to the Magic in Game 3. Paolo Banchero, Franz Wagner. The Magic's offense is nasty. Their offense is nasty, bro. Paolo and Franz combined, I want to say, for over 40 shots, for sure. Damn near 50. It's nasty, bro. They get it done sometimes. They have the defense is there, able to hold the Celtics. Let me look at these scores. 107 in Game 4. 93 in Game 3. 109 in Game 2. And then in Game 1, just 103. So they've held the Celtics to a consistent, on average, 103 points, 104 points per game. They have the defense infrastructure. They need somebody, please, to come over there in free agency or trade for somebody that can give you something offensively. And Anthony Simons has been very, very, very highly mentioned as of somebody that could potentially be on the move going to an Orlando Magic. They need a point guard. They don't have Markelle Fultz anymore. Cole Anthony is not getting it done. Jalen Suggs went down with a season-ending injury earlier in the year. And then Anthony Black is just too young, bro. So they need a guy, seasoned, all-star potential caliber type of guy, because obviously out in the West, Anthony Simons not going to get it done. But he comes out East, Anthony Simons could be an all-star guard for sure. I don't remember. I have not tapped in with the Blazers all year. I don't think I watched a single Blazers game, so I don't know what he was on this year. But we know him to be a 20-point per game scorer. That is much needed alongside of Paolo Banchero and Franz Wagner. And he's not a bad playmaker. He's not a guy that will go out there and average 8 assists, but he can get you 5 to 6 assists per game alongside of Paolo, alongside of Franz, who also are very good playmakers. I don't know how you get there. KCP obviously was not the answer shooting wise. They need more of that for sure as well. I think they need to bolster up their big rotation. You got Mo Wagner, who also went down with a season-ending injury. Wendell Carter was in and out of the lineup this year, and Goga Batati, although he's ready when his number is called, that's not a guy that you really want to have on the back line of your defense. So, I mean, we knew when the series started what it was going to be. They would possibly get one, and it was a nasty one. They won 95-93 on a game where, I mean, Jason Tatum, was it Jason Tatum or Jalen Brown? Let me see. Jalen Brown, 19 points, 7 of 14. Jason Tatum came to play. He ended up with 36, but no bench scoring, just 9 points for the Celtics off the bench in this one. And no Drew Holiday. That's why they lost. They would have swept if Drew Holiday played, so that makes sense. All right, sorry about that. My camera cut off mid-sentence. Franz ended up with 32 points, 7 rebounds, 8 assists, 27 shot attempts. Paolo, 29 points, 6 rebounds, 1 assist, 25 shot attempts. The rest of the starters combined for a total of 15 shot attempts. Off the bench, you got 8 shots for Anthony Black, 4 for Cole Anthony, Gary Harris, John Isaac, and Caleb Houston all combined for 4 shot attempts. All right, let me hurry up in this video because evidently my camera doesn't want me to be great. Like I was saying, you have 52 shots coming from 2 players out of 83 total shots for your offense. That is not ideal for any team to be successful and think they're going to win a championship. But what? Last but not least, bro, my brain is scattered right now. Lakers going down 3-1 to the Minnesota Timberwolves, man. I thought they had a real chance before the series started. I thought they had a real chance. You got Luka, LeBron James on the same team. JJ Redick being the mastermind of basketball that he is. Austin Reeves being having such a great year, the career year for himself. The way that they were playing defensively for the back end of this season. Rui, Dorian Finney-Smith. I thought they had Jared Vanderbilt. I thought they had a chance, man. No. No. Jackson Hayes plays 4 minutes per game, man. He gave them 2 points, 3 rebounds, and an assist in this one. They're playing ultra small ball against a team that has Rudy Gobert, Julius Randle, and Naz Reid. Like I said, they had a 10-point lead in the fourth quarter. It was looking good. They had control of the game, kind of for majority of that game. But a lot of it is Luka Doncic, man. And this is not the same Luka Doncic, man. This is he had 1 assist, I want to say, a couple games back. And in this game, he put up 38, but he had 2 assists. Luka could give you 38 with 12 assists. Luka could give you 60 and 10. We've seen the crazy performances that he's able to get, that he's able to put out. This is not the same Luka Doncic. This is a Luka that is laboring on the offensive end to make something happen. Time and time again, just on the wing against Julius Randle or whoever in an ISO, just trying to get something to go offensively for the Lakers. And it was not, it was working, I guess, but it doesn't look good. It wasn't successful because they didn't win the game. You got guys just standing around, getting cold. Nobody's getting consistent shots. You had Rui put up 23 on 16 shots. LeBron James had 27 points on just 9 shots. He shot 18 free throws. The only two players in the entire game for the Lakers to shoot free throws were LeBron and Luka. The fix was in, bro. I'm not like that's that. No, that's the spit. No, no. You telling me nobody else got fouled, bro? LeBron and Luka the only two to take free throws? I don't know. I don't know. Anthony Edwards took 17. Jaden McDaniels got 3. Randall got 4. Gobert even got 4. Nas Reed got 4. Dante DiVincenzo gets 1. Like, how is Luka and LeBron the only two to take free throws? I don't know which way the fix is in. Is it in for Bron or was it against Bron? I don't know because Anthony Edwards was marvelous. He came alive in that for me. He was killing them all game. The step through, the pump fake, step through, swish. He hit a couple times. He hit one in the first half, one in the second half. The second half one was cleaner because it was a clean swish. How I was raving about Jalen Brunson or Cade Cunningham being here, dude. Anthony Edwards, man. There is just no way to really explain who he really is. But like this, bro, 43 points, 9 rebounds, 6 assists, and a block. He shot 12 for 23, 50%, 52%, 5 for 10 from downtown, 14 of 17 from the free throw line. He had 4 offensive rebounds in this game. Like, when you talk about a player that is just driven to be successful, that wants to win at all costs, this is the guy, bro. This is the face. He is the face of the league. He doesn't want it, bro, but he is the face of the league. Unfortunately, and I even hate to say it, but Ja Morant messed up that opportunity with, the things. And I'm not blaming him at all. I've go back and watch my Ja Morant videos that I dropped. He kind of messed that up. For whatever reason, people have hate on Jason Tatum, even though he's an NBA champion, he's an Olympian, he's an all-NBA player, he's an all-star. He's going to be a Hall of Famer. For whatever reason, nobody wants to give it to Tatum. They want to give it to Wemby. But it's kind of really always been an American-born player. And there's no better perfect player than Anthony Edwards. He has the charisma, not only on the court but off the court. His commercials are creative as hell. Like, they're him. He's original. He's authentic. Like, that is exactly the kind of player that you want to be the face of your league, who can also not only talk the talk but walk the walk. 43 points to go up 3-1. Like I said, down 10 points in that fourth quarter. A lot of that, if not all of it, was him. That comeback was ridiculous, man. I'm loving what I'm seeing from the young dudes, man. Like, he's taking down KD, sweep. Bron ended up getting 1, but that was a nasty game. Even after game 2, I'm like, they don't really have a chance to win this. They got their ass kicked game 1. Game 2, you win by, I want to say, 10 points, but you didn't even break 100 points. Game 3, you barely broke 100, 116 to 104. And LeBron James, 40 years old, he's just not able to be the same guy. Luka, 17 points in game 3. But LeBron put his backpack on, 38. But consistently, even in that, especially in that first game, we haven't seen a consistent LeBron James, and we know who LeBron James can be in the playoffs. And I wasn't expecting him to do that. I mean, I kind of had hope that he would because it is LeBron James. But, I mean, Rui, inconsistent. Jackson Hayes, only 8 minutes. Austin Reeves, inconsistent, kind of for, honestly, just 20 points in game 3. Game 1, he did not, I don't think he scored over 10 points in game 1. Game 2, Austin Reeves, 16 points. Okay, so let me not speak too soon. Game 1, sorry, I'm trying to get to it. Game 1, they put up 95 points, the blowout. Reeves, 6. Okay, speaking on misspeaking, my fault. So Austin Reeves has been pretty consistent for them, but it's been everybody else. The 3 guys have shown up and given us exactly what we think they can or will, to a lesser extent, LeBron James. But yeah, man, this is like I said, one of the craziest and best playoffs that we will and have seen in the last decade, man. The Cleveland game just kicked off. They're up 8-3 on Miami, so I'm going to go ahead and tap into that if I can. Being in Ohio, for whatever reason, we can't watch the Cavs. So, without further ado, bro, And with that all being said, I appreciate y'all tuning in. As always, we enjoy basketball around here. This is Enjoy Big Face limited edition. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, reach the sideliner. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace.